Inspirational, emotional, spiritual message for today, January 22nd, 2026. God's ways are higher than our ways, His thoughts than our thoughts. Isaiah 55 verses 9. Trust His perspective. There are moments in life when God's plan feels confusing, when prayers don't unfold the way you imagined, when doors close you were sure God would open, when answers feel delayed and clarity seems distant. It is in those moments that God gently reminds us, as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. Isaiah 55 verses 9. This verse is not meant to silence your questions. It is meant to steady your heart. God sees what you cannot. We see fragments. God sees the full picture. We see today's pain. God sees tomorrow's purpose. We look through the lens of emotion, urgency, and limited understanding. God looks through eternity. What feels like a setback to you may be protection. What feels like a delay may be divine preparation. What feels like a loss may be God redirecting you to something greater than you imagined. God's perspective is not restricted by time, fear, or human logic. He knows the end from the beginning, and He is never confused about your life. When God's plan doesn't make sense, trusting God doesn't mean you always understand Him. It means you believe His heart, even when His hand feels hidden. Faith grows when we learn to surrender our need to know why and choose to trust who. The same God who formed the heavens is guiding your steps. The same God who spoke galaxies into existence is ordering your path. If His ways are higher than yours, then His outcomes are better than what you could design on your own. His thoughts are shaped by love. God's thoughts toward you are not careless or cruel. They are intentional. They are compassionate. They are redemptive. How precious to me are your thoughts, O God. Psalm 139 verses 17. Even when discipline is required, love is the foundation. Even when pruning is painful, growth is the goal. Even when the road is narrow, the destination is secure. God never removes something without a reason. He never delays without a purpose. He never says no without already holding something better in His hands. Trusting God's perspective requires humility. To trust God's ways is to admit that He knows more than we do. It is releasing control. It is laying down pride. It is choosing obedience over understanding. When you trust God's perspective, you are saying, I trust you even when I don't see the outcome. I believe you are good even when the season is hard. I know you are working even when I feel unsure. And in that surrender, peace begins to rise. A word for your heart today: if you are confused, God is not. If you are uncertain, God is steady. If you feel lost, God is guiding every step. You don't need to figure everything out. You don't need to have all the answers. You only need to trust the one whose ways are higher and whose thoughts are wiser. Lift your eyes, release control, rest in His wisdom. Because when you trust God's perspective, you will one day look back and say, He knew exactly what He was doing. For more inspirational, emotional, and spiritual reflection messages, follow us on all social media. Subscribe to our channel and share with your friends. God bless you. Amen.